Hey everybody. So for Inktober I decided to do a physical drawing for a change this year. I was saying that like I do this every year, right? It's my first year doing this. And then I was like, I should record it. But the way I chose to record it is pretty funny. I'm going to put a picture in right around here somewhere of what I did, but basically I have my iPad propped up on a box of tissues. The ankle's still not that great, but you know, it's what I got. So, yeah, let's see here. Today's prompt, this is a really awkward angle to sit at, is sad. And so I kind of figured I'd just play it by ear and then just start sketching something. And today I want it to be very loose. Like I had a vague idea of what I wanted to draw, but instead of doing like a pencil sketch, or instead of just like getting something where it requires a bunch of photo references to look at, to like, oh, am I drawing this hand right, or you know, what does it look like when someone stands at this angle, I figured I would just do a very kind of abstract representation and just kind of, I don't know, do like a weird just sad little dude here. And it's really going to be more of the context that this figure is in that makes it sad, and just kind of the tone of the drawing more than like his actual expression or lack thereof itself. And like I did with all the other ones, I'm going to have some lettering in the background that says sad, just to, as a thematic element, and just to really nail it home in case I fuck this up really bad. The fun part about using ink is you can't erase, so hopefully I don't mess this up. It's a 3-letter word, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to spell it correctly at least. That's always the worst, when you like draw out some letters and then you spell it wrong and it's in ink and you can't do shit about it. Sometimes you scribble over it and you try and cover it up, but a lot of the times you just have to start over, or kind of commit to your spelling error. This is going to have kind of a 3D effect on it. And I was thinking of maybe doing some weathering on here too. Although maybe I should have started with some broken up lines. I'm so dramatic with my sadness. Maybe like a crack. Little chips. Little chips and fractures in my sad. Oh, it's just so miserably sad. Just like, alright, and then it's gonna be in like the rain, so this kind of ink, this kind of pen, I'm using a Uniball Air. Don't know if that's ever going to focus, probably not. And it's fun because it's got a very unique tip. And my phone just activated there.
This is what I found out for you.
That's what you found out for me? Great. I'm glad. My phone just activated. It's a very unique tip. It's kind of out of focus. It's kind of all around. Come on. I'm too close. Anyway, instead of having like a really fine tip, it's all around. So if I show it on the back, on the reverse here, you can draw here, and then you can go like way extreme to the side, and it still like draws. So it's a really fun pen to draw with. It's got very consistent ink. So it's not like a ballpoint. You can't really do any shading and stuff with it, but typically the type of pens that I like to draw with are this kind that have a very fixed, I don't know what you'd call it, opacity, color gradient. Just very, very heavy blacks. Although when you can do some amazing things with ballpoints, but I can't usually. It's just not my thing. So, and again, this is not to be perfect. It's just a derpy little doodle. Man, this is uncomfortable. I'm like hunched over my iPad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm holding in completely out of the focus here. I'm not drawing for the viewfinder, so let me try that for a second. Since I'm doing something so simple, see how hard it is. Yeah, that's really fucking me up. There's just enough latency to really screw you up when you're doing these really light, fast strokes. But yeah, I've seen people that can do some really cool stuff with a ballpoint. Maybe I'll try and learn eventually, but I don't know, it's really, you know, it's really not really my kind of thing. I don't know if this coming across as like white rain or just a mess, but it could just be a mess too, just a chaotic. I'm going to try and give some very loose foreground into this. Maybe little splashes and puddles of water. Little ripples. The water's hitting, and the water's hitting on top of the stone here. Maybe little tiny specks of kind of water particulates coming off here. Kind of like that weird mist you get when water hits like a hard object. Probably overthinking this. It's kind of running down the surface. It's the danger of this kind of ink is you can get overcomplicated too fast. We're going to have like a faint reflection in the water. Yeah, I think entirely I've gone too far with this, but you know, whatever. I'm going to turn it and do some shadows here, very light shadows. These are more little doodles for me, especially since I'm trying to do it every day. I don't want it to be too complicated. Look at our little sad friend here, doodle, and he, of course, is being reflected in the water as well. Maybe I'll do like a little vignette. It's kind of thick and fast. Angry strokes. Because you're sad, but you're angry. Sadness and anger are perfect friends. They feed each other. I'm going to draw on the table if I'm not careful. Gonna get ink all over my hands. Oh geez, I'm smudging. The smudges are actually kind of cool for this though. That's the thing about these moleskines, whatever you want to call them there. Ink, especially this kind of ink, likes to run on them if you don't let it set for a good amount of time, if you're not careful of touching it. Let's go ahead and add some more smudges here. But yeah, there we are. Sad. He's looking into your soul.